They lied about crypto day trading. They told you it was the fastest way to get rich, that you just need a few indicators, a paid group, and some discipline. They sold you the idea that with enough grind and enough charts, you'd beat the market. But here's the reality. Most traders don't make money. They just provide liquidity for the ones who do. And I'm not saying this as a hater. I'm saying it as someone who has traded the markets profitably for years. No one talks about how rigged this game actually is. How your perfect setup is just a bait for the algorithms. How even good traders lose because they are still playing the wrong game. So let me ask you, is day trading really your way out, or are you just feeding the system that's designed to eat you alive? Why does it feel like everyone else is winning except you? Now, I truly understand this feeling because I started as you started, as a beginner, right? No knowledge about finance, trading, investing. In school, they don't teach us. My parents don't come from money, so I've never learned anything about money really. Nowhere in TV or the government or the system in general, anyone in general, wants to teach you about investing and trading. So you start from basically zero. No, you start from -0. First of all, when starting trading and becoming a little bit more successful in the sense of you picked up a system, you're maybe understanding now a little bit more, you're using some indicators, maybe you're starting to understand price action a little bit, see trends lines, and these kind of things, then you really believe that everyone is winning in this game, but you are not. And especially around the time you think you figured trading out, it still takes a couple of years or months at least for you to get to the zero game. And the zero game in trading is where you actually don't lose, but you also don't really win. It's actually a very good place to be in. But in that time, it hits really hard because it feels like everyone is winning except you. And the reason for that is that traders only share their profits. Groups manipulate their results, change and edit. So it looks like everyone is constantly winning. You need to understand, a good trader loses a lot of money too. I lose a lot of money in trading too, but I make more money in a certain time. There will be times where you would look into my MetaTrader, into my trading portfolios, and you would see a minus over 1, 2, 3, 4 months, sometimes even more. But at the end of the year, I still manage to become profitable and stay profitable year to year. And that's what trading is about. So at a certain time, every pro trader could be in minus, but they don't show that really, at least not the honest ones. I speak about my losses openly. I show them, I post them. But what gets people to join their programs, to invest with them, is always profits. So it's also kind of a rigged game for us traders, because as soon as we are too transparent, people might see it and perceive it in the wrong way, thinking we're only making minus. So I truly believe that the whole outlet, the whole information that you consume, if it's your Instagram, the pro traders on Instagram, the YouTube videos, you only see the profits. But don't forget, a good trader will also lose money, a lot of money. So don't get the feeling that you are the only one losing while everyone else is winning. It's one of the most rigged industry that exists out there. Now let's come to the most important question actually. And that's something that I still get a lot. And every time someone asks me this question, if it's still possible or possible in general to make money in trading and investing, I have to laugh. Because I understand, by seeing this and understanding that most people out there lie about their trades and maybe even try trading themselves or invested somewhere and lost money, I can assure and guarantee you that it is possible to make money with trading. It just takes longer than what most people think. It takes a lot of losses, and only 1% of the people will ever achieve it. Let me give you an example. I'm top 1% trader in FTMO. Means I'm making more money off FTMO than I paid for the challenges. FTMO, for the ones that don't know, is the most trusted and largest funded trading company that exists out there with over 3 million customers. Now, how did I get to a top 1%? By being a trader since 8 years. Every time I lost, I continued. It took me years and years to become profitable, and I still learn every day. So people don't take that into consideration. They think it takes a year or two. Courses promise that they will become profitable after a couple of months. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's most likely not possible. So at the end of the day, yes, you can become a profitable trader, but like any other industry, and even more than that, you are on the largest financial market in the world. These hedge funds, the asset management companies, they have more knowledge than you, they have more technology, they have more traders. They are there to beat you. You are basically a fish in a shark tank. And now you need to become the shark yourself, and that will take time. Why do people spend hours on charts but never feel in control? And that's completely normal, because you will never be in 100% control. Let me give you an example. As again, I'm trading since 8 years, and right now in my career, there's a very difficult time for me when it comes to forex. I'm making a lot of money in the beginning of the year in forex. I'm making a lot of money right now and good results. On crypto, I just closed a link trade with over 70% of profit, and it kind of made back all of the losses in forex that I had over the last 2 months. Because for me, right now, it's a very difficult phase. Dollar is very weak, therefore the whole market structure is going down the drain. And every trade that I opened the last couple of weeks hits a stop loss. And it's a very frustrating time. But that is completely normal. So first of all, you will never have 100% control, but what you need to control, and that's the only thing you can control, and that's also at the same time the biggest mistake that every trader does until they become a profitable trader, and that distincts the bad from the good traders, and that's risk management. Even though I'm losing trades, it's all good because I have good risk management. To make profit, I've used 1% per trade. The losses is also 1% per trade. So I can get that back easily with 1 or 2 trades, right? So for example, if I've made minus 10% with the last 10 trades, just for example, 1% per trade, okay, 1 or 2 trades can make that back. I just need to continue to trade, follow my system, be faithful, and use money management. Now, the biggest problem is most people throw their money management out of the window once they start to make losses because they want to make back their money. They go into a vicious circle of emotions. So that's why you will never feel control over the market, and never you will 100% control the market. That's impossible. Even after 8 years of trading, I am not in control of the market, but I have a system in place, I have my confirmations, and most important, I have good risk management. Now, another very big mistake is people keep jumping from strategy to strategy, hoping the next one will finally work, right? And it's okay to adjust your strategy. For the first time in 8 years, I started to adjust a little bit my strategy. Over the last couple of years, I've added confirmations to make my trading even more profitable because I track all of my trades and I definitely know what I need to work on and what's going well for me. So I'm performing better, or better said, I'm trying to outperform my version from yesterday. That's what a trader needs to do, become better every day and adjust his system, right? Now, hopping from a new system to a new system is very difficult. There was only once a time after 2 years of trading, I really started to learn actually a system. Now, there's many systems out there or concepts, but the question is it really a system? A system needs to be defined from A to Z. Every step needs to be 100% definable, duplicatable, and replicatable. If not, it's not a system. So before you jump your system, ask yourself the question, are you using the right risk management? Are we in a difficult phase in the market overall in general? Sometimes systems tend to not work very well in certain periods of times in the market. Now, if that's overall, let's say out of 1 year, 9 months, your system is not working, and then it's 2 or 3 months working, then you should maybe look for another system. But overall, there's bad phases, and if you jump in a bad phase with a system, it is difficult. But you need to learn how to adjust small things in your strategy, not throw the whole strategy overboard, depending on what you're learning. The smart money concept, the fair value zone trading, all of these kind of systems are very proven. The SK system, the one that I use, or NXT system now, as an upgraded version. These systems work. Like, follow a system that many profitable traders use, and they actually show you and can prove you they're profitable with it. That means you can also learn it. But one thing most traders will never tell you, and that is, even if you learn a system from someone over many years, as I did, you will still not trade the system exactly the same, because you will always have your own experience, and your experience adds up to that. Sometimes you can learn a system and be unprofitable because the person trading the system, where the system originates from, has more experience than you and just sees things they cannot explain. The consciousness and the subconsciousness play a big role in trading. Subconsciousness is the system, is what you would define as experience in the market. Sometimes you just see things and you cannot explain them. It is experience, it's intuition, it's a feeling, right? And it's very stupid to speak about feelings when we speak about trading, but it is what it is, guys. There is an intuition part in it, and that kicks in and helps a lot to be and stay a profitable trader. Sometimes you just need more experience, but hopping from a strategy to a next one every month or so will not improve your trading. You need to find one trading system where results are guaranteed in the form of that if you learn the system and you do it well, you replicate it well, you will make profits. And there's many out there, better ones, not so good ones, really depends. Not here to judge that today, but it's definitely possible if you don't jump all the time. Now, in trading, it's very easy to feel calm on green days and broke in red ones. Trading is a constant up and down, from good emotion to bad emotion, and that's what, at the end of the day, keeping you unprofitable. Because it doesn't matter if you have red or green days. Your system will make it work that the red days will turn into green days again, and after the green days, there will be some red days following. It's completely normal. So you need to detach emotionally, but for that, you need a lot of experience. You need to go through these troublesome storms of emotions to become emotionless, right? There's no switch you can just turn off. So that's what I mean when I speak about experience. It doesn't matter how fast you learn a system. The emotional experience is something you will gain over months and years, failing and failing. So it's actually very much needed to constantly fail in trading for a couple of months or years. So this emotional switch at the end of the day gets neutralized, because you can, again, not turn it off and on. One day you just wake up and you say to yourself, look, I've messed it up so many times. I'm just sick and tired of it. I'm not gonna mess with my risk management anymore. I'm not gonna change my stop loss all the time. I'm not gonna trade without a stop loss, right? I've done these things over and over again until I was so sick and tired of myself, and then you get emotionally neutral. And that's where you need to get, but that only works with experience. There's no pill, no system, no course that can teach you that, but true experience. It's like learning boxing. I can teach someone how to box theoretically, but if you go into a ring, you will get smashed anyways because you don't have the experience. You don't know how to act when the punch comes into your direction. You don't know how to duck, to slip, or to do any of these things because it is real life experience of going over and over into fights or sparring that will teach you how to move, and that's the same thing in the market. If I would start from zero or from scratch in trading, I would first of all make sure that I have a mentor. That's number one. Number two, a good system that has proven results. Number three, a community, because it's very boring to trade on your own and without anyone else's help. Connect, number four, and network with as many profitable traders as you can, because sometimes sitting down with them and listening to them will change your trading style and you will pick up things. Some of the confirmations I've added into my trading, and at current state, I have 8 confirmations, right? And these 8 confirmations, some of them came from me connecting with other traders, listening to them and adding some of their small strategies, and that changed my trading and made me more profitable. So these are the main steps I would take. Here's the truth. Most of you aren't trading, you're just copying. You've turned the market into your therapy session, and every candle is just a hit of dopamine. It's a casino or a punch in the face. And you think you're being smart, but you're just getting predictable. The market does not care about your emotions. It rewards structure, discipline, risk management, money management, positioning, and no hope. So again, I'll ask you, are you actually a trader, or are you just looking for a shortcut that doesn't exist? If you are done pretending, if you are done playing small, hit subscribe and leave a comment with what you want to get covered in the next value video.